You have seen the commercials. A relaxed driver sits behind the wheel, hands in their lap, smiling as the car navigates highway traffic on its own. It looks like the future we were promised on the Jetsons has finally arrived. We are told that computers are faster, smarter, and never get tired or distracted like a human. So, it seems logical to trust them with our lives at 70 miles per hour. But there is a massive, dangerous gap between the marketing hype and the engineering reality. The term self-driving is perhaps the most dangerous marketing slogan of the last decade. The truth is, your car does not see the road. It does not understand traffic. It is just a very advanced pattern-matching machine that can be easily tricked by a plastic bag, a shadow, or a slightly faded lane line. Today, we are going to look inside the sensor suite of a modern semi-autonomous vehicle. We will explain the war between cameras and laser scanners, the terrifying phenomenon known as phantom braking, and why taking your hands off the wheel today is like playing Russian roulette with technology that is still in beta. This is how it really works. Let's start by dismantling the biggest myth, that your car can drive itself right now. It cannot. The automotive industry uses a scale from level 0 to level 5 to define autonomy. Level 0 is your 1998 Toyota Camry. You do everything. Level 5 is a robotic pod with no steering wheel that can drive anywhere in any weather. This does not exist yet. What you can buy today, even the most expensive systems called full self-driving, are generally considered Level 2+. Level 2 means it is a driver assist system. It is crucial to understand the legal and technical distinction. You are still the driver. You are legally responsible. The car is just helping. Believing the marketing hype that the car is in control is what leads to fatal accidents. So, how does this assistant work? How does it perceive the world? It relies on a suite of sensors that act as its eyes. There are two main approaches. Approach 1 is vision only, primarily championed by Tesla. This relies almost entirely on cameras placed around the car. The idea is that humans drive with eyes, cameras, and a brain neural network, so a car should do the same. The video feed from these cameras is fed into a massive onboard computer. This is where artificial intelligence comes in. The AI is trained on millions of hours of driving footage to recognize objects. It looks at an image and draws boxes around things. This is a car. This is a pedestrian. This is a traffic light. It then uses geometry to estimate how far away those objects are. The problem is, cameras can be blinded by the sun, blocked by rain, or confused by low contrast, just like human eyes. This brings us to approach 2, sensor fusion, used by almost everyone else. This combines cameras with radar and, crucially, LiDAR. LiDAR stands for light detection and ranging. Imagine a device on the roof spinning around rapidly, firing millions of invisible laser beams per second in every direction. These lasers bounce off objects and return to the sensor. By measuring how long it takes for the light to return, the car builds an incredibly accurate, three-dimensional map of its surroundings in real time. It is a point cloud that shows the exact shape and distance of everything around it, regardless of lighting conditions. It knows exactly how far away that truck is, even in pitch blackness. So, if we have all these amazing sensors, why isn't it perfect? Because seeing is not the same as understanding. This limitation creates one of the most terrifying real-world problems facing drivers today: phantom braking. Imagine you are driving on a clear highway at 70 miles per hour with cruise control on. Suddenly, without warning, your car slams on the brakes with full force. Your seatbelt locks, coffee flies everywhere, and the semi-truck behind you nearly crushes your rear bumper. Why did it happen? There was nothing there. The AI camera might have seen a dark shadow cast by a bridge and misinterpreted it as a solid concrete wall. Or it might have seen a plastic bag floating in the wind and classified it as a pedestrian. Because the AI cannot understand context, it always errs on the side of extreme caution. It would rather slam on the brakes for a shadow than risk hitting a real wall. But on a high-speed interstate, this sudden, unpredictable braking is incredibly dangerous. This brings us to the fundamental limit of current AI, the edge case problem. An AI is brilliant at handling the 99% of situations it has been trained on. It knows what a normal stop sign looks like. But what happens when it encounters the 1%? A stop sign partly covered by snow? A person wearing a chicken costume crossing the road? A horse-drawn carriage? A human brain instantly understands these contextually. We know a person in a costume is still a person who might move unpredictably. To an AI, a person in a chicken costume might not match the pattern for pedestrian. It might classify it as an unknown static object and decide to drive right through it, or panic and slam on the brakes. The real world is infinite and messy. We cannot train an AI on every conceivable strange scenario. Until computers can truly reason and understand context like a human, they will always be brittle in unpredictable situations. The danger isn't that the system fails all the time. The danger is that it works perfectly for hours, lulling you into a false sense of security. This is called automation complacency. Your mind wanders. You check your phone. Then, suddenly, an edge case happens. The system disengages and hands control back to you with only a second's warning. A human takes about 10 seconds to fully regain situational awareness after being distracted. That 9-second gap is where disaster happens. So, how do we survive this transition period where cars are smart but not smart enough? Here is your utility protocol for using semi-autonomous features safely. Action 1. The hand hover rule. Even if the system allows you to take your hands off the wheel for a few seconds, don't. Keep your hands on the wheel, feeling the torque, ready to take over instantly. Treat the system like a student driver you are supervising, not a chauffeur. Your reaction time is your only safety net. Action 2. Know the ODD, operational design domain. Every system has a specific domain where it is designed to work. Usually, this is dry, well-marked highways with clear weather. Do not engage autopilot on city streets with complex intersections, pedestrians, and cyclists. Do not use it in heavy rain, snow, or fog where sensors are compromised. Using it outside its intended domain is begging for trouble. Action 3. Never trust it with your family's life. If you have your kids in the car, turn the system off and drive yourself. The convenience of not having to steer for 20 minutes is not worth the risk of becoming a beta tester for unproven software. The technology is incredible, and one day, it will save millions of lives. But that day is not today. Right now, the most sophisticated computer in the car is still the 3 pounds of biological matter between your ears. Use it,